Hey, good morning. How are you? Today, we're just going to be covering off the remainder of the configuration for our WordPress site. If you followed me on the last couple of lives, I showed you how you would set up a WordPress site on from HostGator, our hosting service. And I then showed you how to configure up some plugins and also the site itself for some branding. So if you haven't seen that, then go back and watch that. This training today is going to be short and sweet because we've pretty much done most of what we can do in regards to our setup. And what we're going to do today is I'm just going to show you around the pages and how you can create pages or remove content. And then we need to update the menu that we see when people visit our website to reflect our changes. So it's going to be probably 5 minutes or so. So here we are back into our back end of our WordPress site, remembering that when you log in, it's your domain name that we set up in the earlier training sessions. In my case, it's saintsouth.com. And then you've got /WP admin. And let me just log out and show you that. Just as a reminder. Log out. And then what we did was we set up two-factor authentication, which isn't as scary as it sounds. It just means that when you log in, sorry, I'm probably not showing my screen here. Let's start again. So what happens is when you log in, you get what you call requested a 2FA code. And then what that means is that on my phone, I've got an app called Authenticator that you just download, Authenticator. And on there will be my WordFence, and then it will say saintsouth.com for my WordPress site. I'm not sure if you can see, but then there's a security code that it gives you there. So you type in that code and then you log in. And that code revolves and continually changes. So obviously I've shared the code, but it's not going to work if you try and log in now because it would have expired and it keeps rotating around. So that's the good thing about the two-factor authentication is that somebody just can't try and brute force their login into your site, meaning that they just try lots and lots of different passwords with a bot. So we've protected our site with the WordFence two-factor login, and then we're just going to go and look at the pages here. And I just want to show you how you can quickly go in and modify anything that you want to here. So you can see these are all our pages. Now what that looks like is if we go to visit site, is it's all these here. So the home, the about, work with me, books, stage shows, one-to-one counselling. If I just right click and duplicate there, and then I go back to dashboard. We're under construction at the moment, so so this is where this aligns. So if you can see here, we've got about, blog, books, contact, home, one-to-one counselling, privacy policy, and stage shows. And you can see the about, the blog, the contact, and a work with me. And the work with me has got the book, stage show, and one-to-one counselling. So you may not offer all those services. So this is where you can go and configure and change up this menu. So you can either, if you're never going to be selling books, you can just trash here and just remove that completely. It does mean that if you make any changes here to removing any of these, you just need to go into the settings appearance and menus. And then this is where you'll see the main menu. Can you see the structure here is home, about me, and work with me. And then this is quite neat because it kind of like paragraphs it in, tabs this in to a sub item in Elementor. So if you were to delete books under pages, for example, this wouldn't be available anymore. And then you could just download it. It would say not available, and then you could just remove. Or you don't even have to delete it. You can just remove it in case you want to have that page at a later date. Same with the stage shows. You go in here and you just remove from the menu, and then you just save your menu for your update. So let's just show you what that looks like. So I'm going to remove books and stage shows, and then save menu. And then if we go back to this secondary tab here, I'm just going to go in here, and you can do a refresh here. And you'll see here now, we've only got work with me, one-to-one counseling. So that's how easy it is to change up your menus. So how to modify obviously here, you know, don't want this relationship stuff unless you're a relationship coach. So to change up these, we're going to go back into the pages here. And then the home page, we're going to edit with Elementor. Just loading. Wow, my internet. And you can see here that we automatically get a menu up here, so you can add anything that you want to with regards to just dragging and dropping something in. So if we wanted to drag in an image, we would just highlight over it and then just drag it across into the section. So this is how you can change up what you want to see here. So for example, in here, you've got these bubbles here. You just edit this section and you can see the style here. You can see that there's an image. So you can choose a different image and then upload that. So you can just choose. And let's just go. Procrastinating on. Insert media. And obviously you can see that's not quite ideal for there. So it's just obviously the structure. But you know, that you can just choose whichever you want to. And if you don't want any of these, then you could go in and you just go up to this tab here and you just go into upload files. You select a file, and then you can go into whatever you want to add in there. Look. So, and then that uploads it to your media. It's just, yeah, just waiting to do it now. And then once it's uploaded, you'll see it in here. And then you've got your free images as well. So you can have whatever you want here. So there's not a massive amount in here. So under the free image library, but you could potentially find something. And then we just insert media. So that's how easy it is to change up your homepage graphic just by literally either getting a free version of the media. You'd go into under styles here, and then you would literally just update down the bottom here. And you can see that all these have, as you hover over them, you can edit you can edit this section here. So it's as easy as literally just double clicking on here and then testing. So, you know, like just updating all your text. And then even here, you can go to edit and you can see here, as soon as you select these, you've got your text, take your first step. So you could just change that to call me or contact me or whatever it is. And then here, there's a link that says just hash, which means it's not going anywhere. So here's where you can just put in a link to Calendly. So for example, if you've got a Calendly link, you can copy the link, copy this one, 30-minute discovery call, and then we would just put that, get rid of that hash, and then I just did a control. So I did a copy link, and then I just did a clicked in there, got rid of the hash, and then just did a control V for pasting that in. So that means that when I update it and I go in and look at it on the page, we'll do F5, or you can do a refresh. And you can see now that's changed the home page. So this is how easy it is to configure up your own page. You know, like you don't have to nowadays be a web designer or anything like that. So, and if you hover over this button now, you'll see in the taskbar, I'm not sure if you can see it on here because my screen's in the way. But if you hover over that, down in the bottom left, you'll see the link. And this is a good test for you to whether it's fixed and took that link, is you can see the Calendly link. So if I click on that now, that's going to take me to my Calendly invite and my availability. So that's how easy it is to literally go in and modify your website. And it's the same with all of this. Okay, so you can say, you know, you can have all these, you can delete sections. You know, you just literally go in here, you can just click the X and that will delete the inner section. Yeah, so it's super easy just to get rid of sections as well. And obviously here you would go into here as well and change up the style of the background. So this one here, you would edit there. So you click the pencil and then you would choose the image and change your image up to hopefully your own. And yeah, and then literally get rid of, if you're not selling books, you can just obviously delete this section here. And yeah, and there we go. So that's how easy it is. It's just literally point and click. So if you can point and click, then, sorry, I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Then if you can point and click, you can do and create your very own website. So let's revise what we've done in the last few lives. We have hosted your domain name, which for me is saintsouth.com. We've installed WordPress, we've installed themes, we've installed the plugins that we need, and we've also shown you how to configure up your website to make it your own, and pretty much good to go. So the only other thing I can think of probably at this point in time, but please comment otherwise if there's anything else you need me to show you, because I've shown you how to put your own logo and things like that as well, is basically to go in and take payments. So if you've got a section where you're selling something, you know, like get your copy, you can either send them to a link that goes to Amazon, for example. So you would just copy your link in Amazon KDP or wherever it is you're hosting your books up and just send them that way. Or there is WooCommerce and all that sort of stuff that you can install as a plugin. And just as a reminder to where that is, let's get out of these Calendlys. So under your plugins, you can do add new, and then you can add in things like WooCommerce as well. So that's all I have for today. So we did a 15-minute run over of everything. So if you need any help with anything, particularly with regards to the installation, please let me know in the comments and I will cover it in some more live training. And next week as training, we're going to go back around to finding your perfect audience and your avatar. So getting leads into your business. So if that's something of interest to you, look out for the training next week and have a great week, everyone. Okay, see you. Bye.